Hi guys, my name is Rachel KATZ, and today I'm going to be teaching a restorative class to really help open up the hips. So this is going to be all hip openers, and I'm really happy to have you guys here. If you can't join me for class right now, feel free to add this to your watch later and you can join me for practice later on. So for this class, you're going to need 2 blocks. I love using blocks, but you could also get creative. If you don't have any, you could use some books that you have at home. And then I'm going to also use this bolster, but you can go ahead and use any pillow that you have at home or any blankets. Feel free to get creative. So we're going to start with ankle to knee pose. So you're going to bring your right ankle over your left knee, and your right knee is going to lay on the left ankle, and you're going to flex your feet. And we're just going to start to make circles with the hips. Starting to open up the hips here. Don't forget to breathe really deeply as you do this stretch. And now make circles in the other direction. And then pause at center, and we're going to slowly inch our way forward. So if this is a lot for you, you can just stay right here. And this can be a really, really deep stretch as it is. But if you feel like you need a little bit more, you can go ahead and inch yourself forward. So since this is a restorative class, we're going to stay here for a few moments. So I really like to put a block or a book right underneath my forehead to have extra support here for the upper body. And if you want even more of a deeper stretch, you can go ahead and give yourself a little hug by bringing the right palm over the left knee and your left palm over the right knee. And just give yourself a hug. It's going to look like this. But today I'm going to bring the block underneath my forehead and rest my forehead on the block. And just get comfortable here. We're going to be here for a few moments, so make sure to breathe really deeply into your hips. You can even imagine as you inhale, air literally filling up your lower body, your hips, with life, with energy. And as you exhale, watch anything that's stuck in the hips, any tension, leave the body. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. And when you're ready, slowly roll on up, taking your time. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to bring the left ankle over the right knee, and the left knee rests on the right ankle. And we're just going to start to make circles with those hips. You can start in any direction that feels the most natural for you, the most intuitive. And now make circles in the other direction. And when you're ready, come back up to center. And again, if this is enough of a stretch, if you feel like this is a really deep and intense stretch, then just stay right here. Or if you want to fold forward and get a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can put your block right underneath your forehead. And just rest your forehead gently on the block. And if in any way this is uncomfortable for you and you have resistance, just tune back into your breath. You don't want to feel uncomfortable here, but it's okay if it feels a little tense. Just breathe into any area in your body that feels really tense at the moment. Focus on sending your breath to your hips. And we're going to be here for another minute. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale out of the mouth. And whenever you're ready, slowly roll on up, inch by inch. Taking your time. So now you're going to make your way into a tabletop position, and from there we're going to go into a restorative pigeon pose. So make your way slowly into tabletop. And when you're ready, come back into a downward facing dog. Now bring your right leg straight up towards the sky. Bend that knee and bring it in towards your right wrist. Make sure that your right knee is all the way on the right side of the mat and that your right toes are tucked in towards the hips. And make sure that your hips are squared towards the front of the room. Now we're going to go ahead and place our props. So I like to put one block underneath my chest and one underneath my forehead. So it's going to look like this. And if you want some extra support underneath the pelvis, you can go ahead and bring your bolster or a blanket right underneath the pelvis here. And again, if this feels like an amazing stretch for you right here, you can stay upright or you can release and come on down onto some blocks or some books, whatever you have. And we're going to be here for a few moments, so make sure that you're comfortable here. And just focus on the breath. We tend to store a lot of emotions in our hips, a lot of past memories. So if you find yourself getting emotional right now, Just know that that's totally normal. Let yourself feel whatever's coming up for you so that you can let it go. Take one more deep inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly come on up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you can move your props to the side for now. And we're going to come into tabletop position again. Tuck the toes and make your way back into a downward facing dog. Lift your left leg straight up towards the sky. Bend that knee and bring it in towards the left wrist. And you're going to place that left knee all the way on the left side of the mat. And you're going to bend your left toes, tuck them underneath the hips. And again, make sure that your hips are square towards the front of the room, the front of the mat. And then bring your props back with you so you can put a block underneath your chest and one underneath the forehead. And then put a bolster or a blanket right underneath the pelvis. And slowly make your way down onto the blocks. If your mind starts to wander here, you can always bring your attention back to the left side of your hips. And focus your energy on releasing any tension or stress that's still stuck there. Take one more deep inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly come on up. And we're going to make our way onto our backs. So you can go ahead and move your props to the side. So now we're going to make our way back onto the mat. And we're going to set up for thread the needle. So you're going to bend both knees and place your feet onto the mat. And then you're going to bring your right ankle over that left knee. And you can grab your right palm and inch that knee a little bit forward so you can push your right knee a little forward. And then interlace the fingers behind the left thigh, bringing your left leg forward. as much as you can. And make sure that both feet are flexed. And just go ahead and close your eyes and breathe here for a few moments. With each exhale, you can even bring that left leg a little bit more towards your chest with each exhale. And just move deeper and deeper into the stretch. You should feel this stretch on the right side of your body, so your right hips. Take one more deep breath in here. And exhale, let it go. Go ahead and place both feet back onto the mat, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to take your left ankle over the right knee, and go ahead and take your left palm and press your left knee a little bit forward, a few inches. And then interlace your fingers, your fingertips behind your right thigh, and just push that leg in towards your chest. Make sure that both feet are flexed. And go ahead and close your eyes. Making sure to inhale deeply. And as you exhale, you can inch that leg a little bit forward in towards your chest with each exhale. Deepening the stretch each and every time. And just stay here for a few moments. Relaxing into the pose. Taking one more inhale here. And exhale, come on out of it. Go ahead and place both feet back onto the mat. And now we're going to set up for a restorative bridge pose. So make sure that your feet are hips width distance apart. And then you want to take your fingertips and try to grab your ankles and make sure that you can touch them. And whenever you're ready, you can slowly lift your glutes off of the mat. And this is going to be a restorative bridge. So you're going to go ahead and take your block or your book. I like to do it on the medium height, but you could do it on the shortest height. You could do it on the tallest height, whatever feels best for you. And you're going to place it right underneath the hips. And if you want more of a heart opener, you want to get a nice stretch in your chest, you can go ahead and bring the arms out to the side. Or you can bring them overhead and interlace. Grab the opposite elbows. And this is a really nice chest opener, a nice heart opener. And if you want something a little bit more grounding, you could go ahead and take your palms over your belly, or place one palm over the belly and one over the heart. Take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. You can go ahead and release the block from underneath you and place the glutes back onto the mat. And we're going to set up for a happy baby pose. So you're going to go ahead and bend both knees and grab the outside of your feet. And you're going to press the knees in towards the armpits. And if it feels good, you can rock from side to side. Massage your lower back a little bit. You can stretch out one leg at a time, so straighten out one leg and then the other if that feels good. Or you can just stay in a normal, happy baby, and with each exhale, you can press the knees in more and more towards the armpits and get a deeper stretch with each exhale. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and place both feet onto the mat, and we're going to set up for final resting pose. So for Shavasana, you're just going to spread your legs straight out in front of you and open up the arms towards the side. And just start to connect to your normal breath. You don't have to focus so much anymore on deep inhales and exhales. Just go back to your normal breath and make it as natural as possible. And just really get comfortable. Let yourself rest. And stay here for a few moments. You can stay here for as long as you need to. If you have a little bit more time today, you can stay here for as long as you want to. But if you're ready to move on with your day, Then you can go ahead and start to wiggle the toes. You can stretch the fingertips overhead and wiggle the fingers. And slowly open up the eyes and make your way into a comfortable seated position. Now go ahead and close your eyes again. Bring your hands out of prayer position in front of your chest. And just take a moment to thank yourself today for making the time to move your body and take care of your body and your mind and your soul. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to check out our app, Yoga Plus, for more videos like these, and the link will be in the description below.
Welcome to Yoga Plus. Courses available from pupil to yogi. Sort by yoga, fitness, and instructors. Create your own routines. Access the Pose Library. Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. Available on Google Play and the App Store.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.